Fuck it. It's not very good. Oh my god. What have I brought myself through here? Yes people, Shifty E-Bike's back at it again, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're reviewing the SAMEBIKE XD26 Polaris. Bit of a mouthful, don't get me wrong. This is a 750 watt. In the video I do say 1000 watt a couple of times, but it is a 750. It's a 48 volt, 14 amp hour. This bike is actually only £800. So for an electric bike, I don't think you're getting any cheaper than an £800 lecky bike, you know what I mean? Let's find out what this beast of a lecky bike is actually capable of. Yo people, so we're out on the SAMEBIKE. Sick little thing to bomb about on this. I know you might think, oh, the stuff that I'm normally used to, it'd be dead this, but to be fair, it's still a laugh. It ain't got the full torque, like that's full throttle right there. Just cut about, you know what I mean? I'm not going to try and go up some of these hills because I think that's going to be a little bit on the crazy side, but we'll see what it's like on the actual trails. Like 23 mile an hour there. It's a weapon for what it is. So yeah, I don't know if I've said it in the video or not, but this is around an £800 e-bike. Oh, nearly took the pigeon out. Right, let's see what it's got. You see, that's full throttle and pedal, but it is uphill. You see, it does it though. Like, I'm not trying now. Getting a little overgrown down there. And you're off like that, still back on a bit of an hill. Oh, I'm gonna get a nettle to fuck it. Oh! You see, the only thing with these sort of cheap Chinese e-bikes is basically, if you do give it a bit of throttle and then you want to get off, it still pulls for about an extra second or an extra 2 seconds. Swirl. Yeah, this is a normal spot that people around here go to. Go down that hill, you what? You know what, it didn't even look that mad from up here. Fuck it. That was sick. No way, man. You actually look at that and look at how steep that is. Ooh, something's feeling a little bit off now though, after I've just sent it down there. It's not really built for the same stuff that the bigger bikes are for. Yeah, there's a bit of wobble on that, but... See, that's the thing with these e-bikes. So basically, something like this would be classed as sort of your cheap Chinesium e-bike, and to be honest it is. I did have a couple of issues with it at the start when we first got it, because obviously, as you can see, 606 miles, but that's not even just the actual mileage of this. This is for a second battery. So the first battery I got ended up fucking up basically. Second or third day out on it. And SAMEBIKE, credit to them, they supplied another battery within probably 3 weeks, because it has to come from China anyway, but they did send it out relatively quick. Controller they sent out, because that went bad as well. But then since then, to be fair, it's been pretty cushy. But if you're in the game for a cheap e-bike, don't get me wrong, you're not going to be able to use it like a mountain bike. This would be like a decent commuter, or sort of, I'm not really too sure what people would even use pedal bikes for at this point.
Hey, just like a little truck. No. Jesus. It's a bit rough. Yeah, it's definitely a bit rough. Let's get back on some normal trails. Oh, it's just gonna kill my legs. Oh my god. Hey, someone's made a little bit of a jump here. Oh my god, and I made it. It's not very good. But, oh my god. What have I brought myself through here? Oh my god. And you're off. Cruising throttle. $20 miles an hour. Easy. Back on the road, you know. Everyone must look at me mad because I've got a big fuck off camera on my chest. Things you gotta do there for the video, things you've gotta do. And it ran over by a bus here because he's taking up our full space. You see, I tell you what, for a cheap little e-bike that it is, this is actually 1000 watts. So yeah, technically it's not legal, it has got a thumb throttle, which again makes it illegal, but in the grand scheme of things, with the way the frame looks, there's no big battery bag in the middle. And I think without the battery bag it makes it just look miles more incognito. Cruise at 20 miles an hour. I only pedal just for fucking comedic effects, to be honest. Just because if not, it doesn't really feel normal like that. I want my feet together. As a cruiser, you're not beating one of these. Just to cruise from A to B, rapid. Another thing that I was quite impressed with, fucking divvy. Cut me up on the electric power. Yeah, another thing would be the range. Range on this is, to be fair, about 30 miles if you're taking it relatively steady. Don't get me wrong, if you're in mode 5 like I am and you're full throttling the full way, yeah, you're probably going to get closer to 20, but between 20 and 30 miles on a little electric bike, the thing about these bikes is you don't have to really worry about old Bill running after you. Whereas I come out on my other bike, on my Ultra B, come out on my Ultra B, they're all fucking on it. Fuck off. So yeah, we're coming up to some sort of trails around here. There's a little bit of a rubble track that's here. Gonna take you on here, show you what this bike can really handle, you know what I mean? Oh, just got smacked in the face by a tree, as you do. You see, depending on what you're using these bikes for, to just get you from A to B, this is perfect. I mean, our last trial's coming out with me on my Ultra B, and she cuts a lot on this because it can sort of keep up to a certain extent. Start doing wheelies or whatever on an Ultra B, you're only going between 20 and 30, and this does 23, 25, do you know what I mean? Ooh, taps a peg then. Let's have a bit of a run up to get up here. This is what we're talking about. Little mountain bike track. You know what I'm saying? It does look like a normal push bike. So you can totally understand why nobody's really bothered about seeing it anywhere. But obviously it'll do 25 mile an hour. It's got quite a bit of torque, to be honest. It is a 1000 watt motor at the back. The only thing is, if you're going to be taking it on stuff like this, obviously the suspension's massively lacking. It is all Chinesium made. So all your nuts and bolts and that, I don't know what they make them out of, but the closest thing is probably Chinesium. Another thing is, if you was going to use that throttle as modulation when you're coming up and down these, the only thing with the throttle is, you could put your thumb full down, you don't move for 2 or 3 seconds. Put full thumb down, you don't go nowhere for about 2 or 3 seconds, and then when you come off, it keeps pulling for a second or two. Which, if you're going to be doing stuff like this, you're going to have to sort of time it super early, but it don't really work like that, because when you sort of want to stop accelerating, you'll let off, but at that point you're still pulling for another second, so it's already too late basically. So you could get yourself into bother coming on stuff like this, because it is quite aggressive once it gets going. What we're saying then, we're going to have a little lap around the track. Little bike start point. Oh, I'm just going to get smacked and cut up here there. Oh! Just a super flowy track. Oh my god, ouch! Oh wow, that's definitely going to cause bleeding. That's going to leave a mark. Hey, I said it was well maintained, didn't I? Ow! Ooh. Oh, this is maybe a bit daft. I feel like I'm just ripping myself to shreds. Ooh. See, I went off the side then. Okay, it opens up a little bit and then goes back into hell. It does take it though. As much as I'm saying you don't want to be doing stuff like this, you don't want to be going rapid on something like this, but to be fair, with how horrible the floor is, oh yeah, it is a bit overgrown actually. Hey! That was alright actually. Oh god. Yeah, I've got a few that have stayed in. That was rough, that. That's going to leave a mark. Even my legs I'm bleeding. Forks do have a little bit of movement. They are quite stiff though. Could do with a lot of lubrication. Rear shock doesn't really move much. It is what you would expect for something of this price point, to be honest. So I know the YouTubers do different e-bikes and they are sponsored by them. I'm not sponsored by SAMEBIKE. I haven't been given this bike. I've not been given a discount. This is literally my girlfriend's bike and she's had it about 18 months to be fair, and I love it when I come on it because like 23 mile an hour for a little electric bike that is super incognito. You don't have to wear a balaclava, you don't have to evade the police or out, you know what I mean? Like, this is cushy. Don't get me wrong, I would like it if I could just like cruise control and let go of that and not hand there, but you win some, you lose some. But like, as I say, for a commuter or like a light trail bike, perfect. Great entry point to come in, because these are obviously £800. Other people are reviewing e-bikes and they're probably over 1,500, which I was not paying for our last to just like bomb about A to B, do you know what I mean? 800 quid, it has done as well. Yeah, we had to go through warranty and that twice, but I don't think that's the end of the world. It just bombs. 23.5. I've been out for about 20 minutes. I'm at 4 bars instead of 5. It's cushy though. It flies. So this is where this bike could shine, sort of getting A to B for work or whatever. Are these gonna freak out? Cheers. And no one's even bothered when you bring this out. Yeah, it's cheap Chinesium, and I could say that a million times, but it doesn't change the fact that even though it's a cheap Chinese bike, it does exactly what it says on the tin, basically. It is a 1000 watt e-bike that looks like an actual push bike as well. It's not got a big battery bag, it's not got a huge motor on the back that makes it blatantly obvious. I've not got no mud guards front and back. It literally just looks like a cheap granny push bike, really. Which, I don't know if, I don't know where you people are from, but I see people on these every single day and nobody gets any bother whatsoever. I can't lie, on some of this stuff, it is a little uncomfortable, as in the vibration that comes through. I don't know if that's just because I'm used to my sur on there, so I'm used to it being much more plush and soft. Ouch. Cutting me up here big time. It does not have at all the sort of torque to wheelie by any means, which if you're expecting that from a Lecky bike, then yeah, you need a 72 volt, you need something crazy, but for 1000 watt and 800 bar, it's a no-brainer, 100%. Oh God. Bleeding and that now. The things we do for these videos, it goes unappreciated. Nah, I appreciate everybody watching. Big up to everybody. It makes it all worth it doing stuff like this. Starting to see a few big things coming to the channel, a few sponsorships coming in, a few people asking about meeting up, which are definitely names that you're gonna know. So obviously, next couple of videos are going to be some big collabs and some big upgrades going to these bikes. Stay tuned, you know what I mean? Hit that subscribe button. Hey, if you know where this is, big up the Falk, you know what I mean? Get yourself in there on a Saturday, man. It's absolutely nuts. These always sound like it's rattling to bits, I can't lie. They don't fill you with much confidence. And this is probably pitch black on the GoPro. Scared the life out of a cat. And not the cats that people meet on these bikes, a proper cat. It is a little bit rough, but it's one of them things, like, you get what you pay for. You buy a cheap e-bike, you can't expect it to be able to take jumps and do 50 mile an hour and wheelie and that. It's not the case. If you wanted a bike like that, I know that the Benel's just come out. That crazy thing that you see other YouTubers like Zay Solis and that rad. Absolutely crazy bits of kit they are. And I tell you what, if you get them in the UK and they want 6 grand, oh my God, ow. Because that's the issue, that they're 6 grand. If it was like 2.5, worth it. Perfectly honest, I don't think it'd be worth it. Okay. Go for a little shop break, you know what I mean? Oh, still on 3 bars. Probably done 6 mile. All scranned, yeah, and I've got stuff all over me. Crumbs everywhere. Go find a bin for this, yeah. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you think of this kind of content. If you want me to start reviewing some bikes as well, because I know quite a few people that have got these electric bikes, but it's just if people actually want to see videos like this with an actual electric mountain bike rather than it being Surons, Polaris, all the stuff that's normally on my channel. If you're new to the channel and this is the first video you've seen, I do normally do like e-moto content, mainly for Suron, Light B, Ultra B, Polaris, E-Rad, all that sort of stuff. Controller guides, how-to videos, literally the full shebang, anything e-motor related really. So if you like what you see, get yourself subscribed, you know what I mean? Oh, whoosh. How did that take up there then? Some kids have spent days doing that. Cheers. See? Big smile on the face, you know what I mean? You don't get the scowl that you get when you're on your run. On your run, everyone makes out as though you're going to kill them. Straight death. Is this gate open? Yes. It's always shut every time I come home this way. Hey, it's a bit fast, it's a bit fast. Hey. Hey, if you've enjoyed this sort of bike content, I'll show the video when I get back home, you know what I mean? Peace.